Xiao Shuai was taking a leak in the desert when suddenly a golden glimmer caught his eye. Curiosity got the best of him, so he walked over to investigate, only to discover that it was a massive chunk of gold shaped like a dog's head. He glanced over at his companion not too far away, and after a moment of hesitation, decided to call him over. His buddy's jaw dropped at the sight of this incredible find. To verify that it was genuine gold, the friend whipped out his lighter and started scorching the hunk of metal. 10 minutes of intense heat later, the gold remained unchanged. Thrilled by their discovery, the two men immediately grabbed their shovels and started digging. But even after hours of relentless excavation, they still couldn't reach the bottom of this golden treasure. Next, they tied a rope around the gold and attached the other end to their truck's hitch. Xiao Shuai's pal floored the gas pedal, but the golden mountain wouldn't budge. It was as if it had grown roots. As dusk began to fall, they knew they had to be wary of the desert's most formidable foes, packs of wild dogs. To fend off any potential attacks, the two gathered some firewood. Their top priority was to move the gold as quickly as possible. Xiao Shuai's friend suggested they split up. One would go to the nearest city to find an excavator while the other stayed behind to guard their golden prize. Early the next morning, they divvied up their supplies. Under the pretense of cooling the car's engine, the friend took most of their water before hitting the road. As he left, he tossed Xiao Shuai a satellite phone so they could keep in touch along the way. And just like that, Xiao Shuai found himself alone in the vast expanse of the desert. He covered the surface of the gold with sand and fashioned a makeshift sunshade using a tarp. To ward off the wild dogs at night, he gathered more firewood in advance. Thanks to his campfire, he made it through the first night relatively unscathed. The following day, Xiao Shuai dismantled parts from an abandoned airplane in the distance and used them to set up a temporary camp near the gold. With a place to take shelter, he finally felt secure enough to get some rest. But the blazing sun overhead made it impossible to sleep comfortably. The ground temperature soared above 120 degrees Fahrenheit, and before long, blisters formed on his forehead and neck from the scorching heat. Xiao Shuai staggered over to the gold, staring at its dazzling brilliance. Unable to contain his excitement any longer, he mustered all his strength and chipped off a small nugget. In that moment, Xiao Shuai hesitated, wondering if he should quit while he was ahead.